Hi, I'm Steve. I'd like to welcome you to Sounds Heavenly. Today I've got, courtesy of More Than AV, a Beolab 7.1 centre speaker. Believe it or not, this is the baby of the Beolab 7 speaker range for the smallest of Bang and Olufsen TVs, intended for use with the Beovision 7 32-inch. There were actually two larger versions of this speaker. This is in fact, doesn't even fit on camera. It's a metre long, was for the tiny 32-inch Beovision 7. Larger versions of this were the Beolab 7.2 and Beolab 7.6 for the 40 and 55-inch TVs. Now the reason for explaining that, you'll see from the size and weight, is a monster. It's a fantastic speaker. With most loudspeakers, the key to getting good sound is a decent size, a weight and solidity. And this is why, in short, I'm making this video. These are superb speakers. And if, like many people, you've got a 1990s Bang & Olufsen TV with one of these speakers attached, it's time to pension off the TV and send it for recycling, but you don't want to lose the speaker. Please keep watching. You've made the right decision. These are superb and well worth keeping with a modern HD TV, either a Bang & Olufsen model or, more popularly, a non-B&O TV. Before we get into the details, let me explain where I'm from. I run soundsheavenly.com, the UK's leading supplier of cables and connectors for Bang & Olufsen products. So please take a look at the website if you get a chance. But that should explain just a little bit about what I do and why I'm so keen about getting these products working. Now, everything we look at here covers three different types of speaker. Beolab 7.4 at the left, Beolab 7.1, 7.2 and 7.6, the horizontal speakers as we have here, and also Beolab 10, the triangular centre speaker that's shown at the lower right in that diagram. So basically we've got four ways of using these. I'm going to look particularly today of the options for connecting a non-B&O TV to these speakers. We'll start through with the simplest option, go through to the more complex ones. I apologise in advance, we'll skip through these fairly quickly. The aim is that this won't be a definitive guide. What we always try to do is to say, if you want to make a connection of something that's a little bit unusual, please get in touch. Go to soundsheavenly.com, drop us a line via the contact form, tell us the details of which equipment you've got and what you want to do, and we'll tailor the solution to what you need. Now, option one. If your TV has a headphone socket, if you have a generic non-B&O TV, ideally a headphone socket gives you the easiest way of adding one of these centre speakers into place. What we'll do in that case is we provide what we call a powered trigger cable, which I'll show you briefly here. It comes with an audio cable with a 3.5mm plug to go into any device with a headphone socket. It comes with a two-way splitter adapter that basically links the audio cable into the speaker, and also in with this comes a power supply. Now this provides the trigger signals for the speaker that it expects to see from a Bang & Olufsen television. So it will function, it will switch on and activate as normal. It will still need its usual mains power cable, so please save that if you already have it in place. If not, we can provide that for you. And the powered trigger cable, it's worth noting, comes with a choice of four popular worldwide connectors. So European, Australia and New Zealand, USA, Canada, Mexico, Great Britain, Hong Kong, Singapore. So between those four adapters, The vast majority of countries worldwide can be accommodated. Obviously we ship worldwide, so wherever you are, this solution will work. Now if your TV doesn't have a headphone socket, what I would suggest is that you look at the connection hub that's available from Bang and Olufsen stores. At the time of going to press, this costs about £150 in Britain, or the equivalent worldwide, and it will allow the TV optical output to be used with this speaker. So in this case what we'll do is we'll go from the optical output of the TV to the hub with an optical cable. Now just a quick note, I don't know whether you can see here, but each end of the optical cable comes with a clear rubber cap. That's to stop dust getting into the cable, because this is basically a clear, I think polymethacrylate, specialist plastic flexible filament in the optical cable. The TV will actually physically shine a red light beam which flickers on and off very, very quickly to pass the information through. So it's not a normal electrical cable, it's a light cable. So for that reason the dust caps are fitted to keep the ends clean. Please gently pull those off before you try to fit them into the sockets on the TV, otherwise they won't fit. And then going from the connection hub, we go to the Beolab 7 speaker, will be an RJ45 to PowerLink cable which we can provide. So we've got the RJ45 plug for the connection hub, B&O's new style PowerLink connection, and then the old 8-pin DIN connector for the Beolab 7 speaker. The next option, if you already have a B&O music system in the room, so for example Beosound 9000, 3200, an Overture, then you can always just connect the TV into that. In that case I'd suggest please drop us a line via the contact form at soundsheavenly.com. Let us know what you want to do, which music system you've got, which TV you're going to use. We'll confirm everything that's needed. And then from the music system to the Beolab 7 speaker will be a conventional PowerLink cable. You'll probably find the one that you had in place before from the TV directly to the speaker was too short, so we keep those in stock up to 20 metres long, which is nearly 70 feet. So we've got the options for almost every eventuality. Finally, just briefly, you've got the option of connecting an AV receiver for surround sound. So the times that I'd suggest this option would be if you have a full set of speakers, or if you wish to add more speakers. So for example, along with your centre speaker, you typically add front stereo speakers left and right, surround left and right speakers, even a third pair of surround rear speakers if you wish, and one or two subwoofers. This will give you the absolute best sound for movies. So if you like me, you like action movies, this is the best way to enjoy them. Full surround sound will give you that experience of being at the cinema. And what I will always recommend is that if you choose an AV receiver, go for one with pre-out sockets. So the little section circled in red on the back of this Yamaha receiver shows the pre-outs. They're not always highlighted in white as they are on this socket panel, but they're normally clearly marked, and they are perfect for connecting B&O speakers. The reason is the signal levels that come out of these sockets are almost identical to the ones used by B&O in their PowerLink cables. So what we'll do in this case, we have a slightly different version of the powered trigger cable. So again, we've got the splitter lead, we've got the power supply, but this time the cable that comes with it has two RCA phono plugs, known as Kinch plugs in Europe, and they will fit into the pre-out sockets on the receiver and give you the trigger signals that will combine the audio from the receiver with power to activate the speaker. The speaker will then work as normal as it would with a B&O system. Again, as with the use of a B&O music system, I'd always recommend, if you can please get in touch via the contact form at soundsheavenly.com if you're looking to set up a surround sound system. let us know the details of what you want to do and which products you've got. We'll make them work for you. Very quickly, I'm trying to cover a lot in this video, so I apologise that I'm speeding through. We'll cover a couple of little things that might help you. Now, Beolab 7, it's a wonderful, great speaker. It weighs a ton. You'll probably notice that underneath, there's no easy or convenient way to hold these, but underneath are the two subwoofers, the bass speakers that give this, the sound of this speaker, its depth and presence. Now, originally this probably would have been mounted on a wall bracket or a floor stand with your B&O TV, but if you want to rest this on a table or a cabinet, those speakers get in the way. So what I actually suggest to customers when they want to use this with a TV on a normal stand with this sitting underneath is that you actually mount it upside down. If you want to rest it on a table, let the speakers point upwards. So I'll show you that now. That's don't know if you can see, there's the two bass speakers. They now function properly. You can either use blue tack, sort of self adhesive sort of elastic putty, or you can use small rubber feet that you find in any good hardware store to sit under the four corners of the speaker and rest it safely above the bench. Or you can actually just sort of make a small rubber pad if you want to stand it very slightly above the bench. All you need to do, you'll probably notice once the speaker is used this way, it's actually reversed. So the left side of the speaker, as it was, is now over to the right side of the TV and vice versa. In this case, we can very easily get this working properly. All you need to do is just add a note with your order just to say that you're using the speaker upside down, and we'll convert the cable for you. So the left audio channel will go to the right side of the speaker, right audio channel to the left side. So hopefully that gives you a bit more flexibility in placement. The other option, if you're practically minded, you'll probably notice the bracket underneath this speaker is secured with three small Torx screws, which are star bits. So if we show you those on screen, now they can be undone with using a small screwdriver or a small Torx head. And if you, once you have those bolts out, you'll see that they are M4 metric bolts. And it would be very easy for a craft-minded person to create a small bracket and stand the speaker the right way up on a bench using some long M4 bolts and a single wood or metal plate. So a couple of ideas for you there. And we'll cover a couple of little extra things that may be helpful. One thing you will find is that the when you look at the back of the speaker, there's nothing in terms of information about it. So it's not easy to tell whether it's a 110 volt version or 240 volts, or even its age or model number. So what you can do, as you see here, the front grille, the silver grille, actually slides to one side and can be lifted off. So just gently push to one side, lift it away, and you'll find underneath you have, if I bring this up to camera, you can see all the details with type numbers, serial numbers, and which can allow you to find out the age of the speaker, its voltage settings, and you can be sure then if you've purchased it from overseas that it will work correctly with your system. Slot that back into place. And the other thing I'll show you, if this may not come out well on camera, but hopefully, let's see, as we look into the back of the speaker, you should see there is an alcove in the back which contains all the sockets. So we have two main sockets. Only one of those is now needed, which is the horizontal one. The vertical one was a follow-through socket to allow a B&O TV to be powered from the speaker connection. So when you use this with a non-B&O TV, that's spare. up in the top corner, just up here, we have the 8-pin DIN power link socket, which is the only audio input. And if you run your finger along the flat upper side of this alcove, just above the vertical power socket, there is a small rubber grommet. It's almost impossible to find unless you have very good fingernails. But if you have any problems with getting the speaker working, finding out whether it's working when you first connect it, use either a long fingernail or a small screwdriver and gently pick out that grommet. You'll find that under there is the LED indicator light that is on the front of most of the B&O speakers. Now, what that will tell you is if the light is out, the speaker has no power. If the light is red, the speaker has power, but it's not being activated. So, for example, if a B&O TV is connected, the power link signal is not present. If a non-B&O TV is connected, then the signal from the trigger cable to activate the speaker is not there. If the light glows orange or flashes, then the speaker has a fault, and that's a case of needing repair from a B&O service agent. Now again, I'll apologise again at the end that we've had a whistle-stop tour here. We've covered a lot of ground and only covered it very lightly. If you have any questions, if you want to work out the best way to use these speakers with your TV and your system, please get in touch. You can reach me at any time via my website soundsheavenly.com, and the more you can tell me about what you want to achieve and which products you've got, the better placed I'll be to help you. Thank you very much for listening, and please, if this video is helpful, like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know if there's more content you would like to see. Thanks.